सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Śrīman Nārāyaṇīyam is very much regarded as the essence of Śrīmad Bhagavata Mahapurana. Composed roughly 400-450 years back in the very kshetram of Guruvayur in Kerala by none other than a prolific writer, author, great bhakta, great Vyakaranakarta by name Nārāyaṇa Bhaṭṭatiri. This was meant to remove the ailments that he and any other devotee faces, at the same time relishing every moment of Bhagavad Charitram. In that Charitram, we come across the Charitram of one of the greatest of Bhagavan's devotees called as Ambarisha, who came in the very lineage of Vaivasvata Manu. This Ambarisha had been observing the Ekadashi Vratam with absolute steadfastness, with dedication and sincerity. And he would follow up the Ekadashi Vratam. On the day of Dvadashi, he would have or consume the Bhagavad Prasadam known as Parana. So this Parana is what he would consume with the other devotees, because those of you who may wish to know a lot more about Ekadashi can surely get in touch with your acharyas. Sanatana Dharma mandates that every astika belonging to the Hindu religion that we all belong to should fast in a paksha. A paksha is roughly 15 days. In a paksha, be it the Krishna paksha, the Shukla paksha, be it the waning phase or the waxing phase, on the tithi of Ekadashi, we have to fast. So how does the fasting work? The previous day to Ekadashi is called as Dashami Tithi. On the Dashami Tithi, even before the sun sets, the food should be consumed, whatever meal you're going to have. And after that, post that, from the sunset time, your fasting begins. It begins on the evening of Dashami, goes for the full day of Ekadashi, and on the Dvadashi morning, roughly between 7 and 8:39. I'm talking largely for a tropical country like Bharatadesha, where the food is being consumed as Bhagavad Prasadam, which is generally a sumptuous meal called as Parana. So this is called Ekadashi Vratam, followed up with the Parana on the Dvadashi Tithi. So this is mandated for every astika, which Ambarisha as a king, despite enjoying so much of comforts, he did observe this particular Vratam. We have seen till Durvasa agreeing to be a part of this Parana, but was late, and hence before the Muhurta could get over, the king consumed the Tulasi waters, which made Durvasa very angry. So he performed a Vyabhichara Yagam and created a Kritya. You can call as people, I don't know if the right word is henchmen, where you pay them and they will execute the task. So one such demon, one such a Rakshasa, a Kritya who came, was ready to attack Ambarisha. What happened next? Here comes the shloka. Krityam cha tamasi dharam bhuvanam dahantim agrebhivikshya nripatirna padanchakampe त्वद्भक्तबाधम अभिवीक्ष्य सुदर्शनम ते कृत्यानलम शलभयन मुनिमन्वधावीत. Abhivikshya agretam krityam. Even though seeing right in front of him, agrecha tam krityam, he saw that kritya. How was that kritya? Asidharam dahantim bhuvanam. He was holding a sword in his hand. So asidharam, asi is a sword. Asidharam, he was holding the sword. Dahantim bhuvanam. With the very fumes that were coming from him, it looked as if he would be scorching and would burn the entire world. So asidharam dahantim bhuvanam nripatihi na cha kampe padat. But Ambarisha was not moved. He was unfazed. He was not bothered about this kritya. He didn't move from his place. Te Sudarshanam, because it is at that moment Sudarshana Chakra had arrived. Te Sudarshanam Shalabhayan Krityanalam. Shalabhayan Krityanalam. It would burn up. Like how fireflies end up falling into the fire and getting burned. Like that, Krityanalam Shalabhayan Twadbhaktabhadam. That particular Kritya that was adamant in troubling one of the greatest devotees of Bhagavan. Hey Krishna, your devotee Ambarisha was to be troubled at that very moment. Twadbhaktabhadam Shalabhayan Krityanalam. Like the fireflies that fall automatically into blazing fire, this Kritya too got burned by Sudarshana. Now, after having burnt the Kritya, Sudarshana starts chasing the Muni, who's Durvasa Maharshi. Anvadhavit Muni. Anvadhavit. So the Rishi started running, and as he ran, Sudarshana too chased him. Dhavanna sesha bhuvaneshu bhiya sapashyan vishvatra chakramapite gatavan virincham sahkala chakramati langhayatityapastah sharvam yayau sacha bhavantam avadantaiva. So what does Bhaṭṭatiri go on to say? He says, what is the after effect? Because Chakra started chasing Durvasa. Saha bhiya dhavan. This Durvasa bhiya dhavan was so afraid, panic-stricken that he started running. Ashesha bhuvaneshu pashyan vishvatra. So he started running wherever he saw space, whether it was right, left, main road, highways, sideways, village roads, fields, wherever he saw, he started running. Ashesha bhuvaneshu pashyan vishvatra. Like this, he kept on running throughout the world. Te chakram api gatavan virincham. Te chakram, that particular chakra, api gatavan virincham, that chased him where he was pushed to Brahmaloka, Satyaloka. Apastaha iti. But Brahma did not bother to entertain him. He just rejected, stating that you have committed a mistake, bear the brunt of it. Why do you come seeking my asylum? Why do you have to seek asylum in me? So he chased him. Apastaha iti. Kaha atilanghayati kala chakram. Who can transgress the wheel of time? Kala chakram yadayantam jagat chakram kala chakram cha shashvatam patuvahatam param chakram chakrarupasya chakrinaha, says Vedanta Deshika. Here atilanghayati kala chakram. Who can even cross this wheel of time? Then, rejected by Brahma, Durvasa Maharshi immediately went to Shivaloka, which is Kailasha. Yayau Sharvam, he went in front of Shiva. Saha cha avadanta bhavantam yeva. So he paid his obeisances to Paramashiva. But on the other hand, Shiva paid obeisances to Chakram. He said, see, this is a Chakram. I have praised this Ayudhana, the king of all Ayudhams, as being Ahir Buddhnya in the Samhita. There are various agamas that praise the Sudarshana. I pay my obeisances to the Sudarshana, who is none but Bhagavan himself. Sahacha avadanta bhavantam eva. So this Durvasa thought Shiva will protect him. In turn, Shiva not only rejected Durvasa, but rather he propitiated the Chakram in all its glory. Sahacha avadanta bhavantam eva. Next. Bhuyo bhavan nilayametya munim namantam proche bhavanaha mrishe nanu bhaktadasaha jnanam tapascha vinayan vitameva manyam yahyambarisha padameva bhajeti bhuman. Hey Bhuman, Bhuyaha, hey Swami, hey Bhuman, later, Bhuyaha, Bhavan proche munim namantam. You did tell that sage, because finally after going to Brahma, Shiva, Durvasa reaches Karya Vaikuntham to pay his obeisances to Bhagavan. Bhavan proche munim namantam. He paid his obeisances to Bhagavan. Aitya bhavan nilayam iti. After having reached your dhaman, your abode, your Karya Vaikuntham, he paid his obeisances to Bhagavan. He rishe aham nanu bhaktadasaha. To which Bhagavan said, you have been thinking all along that all the devotees of mine are subservient to me. You are wrong, Durvasa. It is I who is subservient to them. Aitya bhavan nilayamiti. He rishi, aham nanu bhaktadasaha. I am Nanu, but I am the dasa, I am subservient to my own devotees. So as he says this, he continues, Bhagavan says, Jnanam tapaha chamanyam. I agree, knowledge and austerity is very important. You possess knowledge, you possess jnanam. Hey Durvasa, you are Shivamsham, Rudramsham, you possess knowledge, you possess sincerity, everything is there. Tapaha, tapasya, everything is there. Eva vinayan vitam. But all this knowledge, jnanam and tapasya, austerities, should be coupled with humility. That is lacking in you. Eva vinayan vitam. Yahi bhaja Ambarisha padam eva. Don't keep searching for feet of Brahma, Shiva and me. Rather go search the feet of Ambarisha, who is one of the greatest devotees, says Bhagavan. Tavat sametya munina sagrihita pado raja pasrutya bhavadastramasavana ushit chakre gate munidadada khilashishosmai Tvadbhakti magasi kritepi kripa cha shamsan. He says, Grihita padaha munina. After having been clasped, see, when Durvasa went and fell at the feet of Ambarisha, he held the feet of Ambarisha. Tavat sametya. After having come, because he was chased by the chakra of one loka after the other, after having come from the very loka of Vishnu, Vaikuntha, Bhaṭṭatiri looks at Krishna and says, after having returned from your dhaman, Karya Vaikuntham, he held the feet of Ambarisha. Saha asau raja upasritya. The Raja withdrew his feet. He said, you are a Maharshi, how can you touch my feet? And on the other hand, he saw that Sudarshana was chasing the Rishi. At that point in time, Anaushit Bhavadastram, Bhavad Astram, your particular Astram, Anaushit, he started praising that chakram. As the chakra was being praised and requested by the Maharishi, Chakre gate munihi adat. So the chakra withdrew and the sage, that is Durvasa Maharishi, gifted Asmai Akhila Shishaha. Akhila Shishaha, he gifted happiness and every prosperity to the king Shamsan Tvad Bhaktim, and praised the devotion what Ambarisha had towards you, Krishna. Kripamcha Api Krite Agasi. And then he said, thanks for having showed kindness on me, my dear King Ambarisha, for being so arrogant and having acted against your interest. Api Krite Agasi. I have committed an offense against you. Thanks for having forgiven me. Then he says, Raja pratikshya munimeka samamanashvan sambhojya sadhu tamrishim srijan prasannam bhuktva swayam tvaitatopi dridham rato bhut sayujyamapasachamam pavanesha payaha. Raja anashvan eka saman. for over a long period of time. Here he says for 1 year, when this vratam was being observed, or after having not consumed food. Pratiksha munim sambhojya, after having waited the rishi's return, sambhojya, now, when things were solved, he fed the rishi with good food, but Bhagavat Prasadam, tam rishim sadhu visirjan prasannam. The sage was very well satisfied with the food and he left the place after having blessed the king. Swayam bhuktva abhut. Then after having fed the sage, after having consumed personally, Swayam bhukta abhut. Dridham rataha tvai tataha api. Now, this did not cause any arrogance in the king. Rather, he became even more humble, he became even more devoted to you, Krishna. Dridham rataha tvai tataha api apacha sayujyam. He attained thereby moksham towards the end of his life. He Pavanesha, he Krishna of Guruvayur, sahatvam payahamam. You protected Ambarisha by giving him chakram. You protected Ambarisha by giving him such great knowledge. You protected Ambarisha by enhancing his bhakti towards you. You protected Ambarisha even from a sage like Durvasa. You have attempted so many ways to protect your devotee Ambarisha. Saha tvam payahamam. In that same way, why don't you protect me as well? Requests Bhaṭṭatiri in this particular Dashakam.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Deshikadaya. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes. And the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar. Geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण.